We'll dive into the history of the 1995 P quarter, what makes it valuable, and how you can check if you have one of these rare coins. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, and it's been one of America's most iconic coins. Fast forward to 1995, and the Philadelphia Mint was in full swing, producing millions of these quarters with the P Mint mark to meet public demand. While most of the 1995 quarters went straight into circulation, some coins have become incredibly valuable. Why? It all comes down to unique errors, pristine condition, and their rarity. Not all 1995 P quarters are valuable, but a small number of them have rare minting errors that make them incredibly desirable for collectors. Look out for errors like double dies, where certain design elements, such as Washington's profile or the lettering, appear doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins in high-grade condition, you could be holding onto a piece worth far more than just 25 cents. So, why are some of these 1995 P quarters valued at millions of dollars? The answer lies in their condition and rarity. Coins graded at the top, like MS-68 or even MS-69, are almost flawless, a remarkable feat for a quarter that has been in circulation for decades. When combined with rare errors, these top-grade coins become highly sought after by collectors, pushing auction prices into the thousands, and in the rarest cases, even millions. So, how can you check if your 1995 P quarter might be valuable? First, examine the coin closely for any doubling on the letters or Washington's profile. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to get a clear view of the details. Second, check the overall condition. Minimal scratches or marks mean a higher grade and better chance of high value. If you think you have a valuable one, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can validate your coin's value and make it more attractive to serious collectors. From pocket change to potentially life-changing value, the 1995 P Washington quarter shows how coins can be far more than just currency. So check your change. You might just strike gold with a rare 1995 P quarter worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more coin collecting tips and rare finds. And let us know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? We're diving into a coin that's turning heads and capturing hearts. The 1965 No Mint Mark Washington Quarter. This little coin could be hiding in your change, and with the right features, it could be worth not just hundreds, but even millions of dollars. So what makes the 1965 quarter so special? Let's rewind to the mid-1960s. It was a time of change for U.S. coinage, as the rising price of silver led the U.S. Mint to change the quarter's composition. In 1965, quarters transitioned from 90% silver to a copper-nickel blend with no silver at all. But there's a twist. That twist? Some 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover silver blanks from previous years. These accidental silver quarters are known as transitional errors and are incredibly rare. They look just like regular quarters but weigh slightly more, around 6.25 grams instead of the typical 5.67 grams of the copper-nickel quarters. This minor detail is crucial. If you find a 1965 quarter that weighs 6.25 grams, you may have hit the jackpot. But that's not all. Some of these silver 1965 quarters have sold at auction for incredible sums. Just a few years ago, one sold for over $7,000, and another reached the unbelievable price of $10,000. But here's where things get really interesting. Some experts believe a near-perfect 1965 silver quarter could one day sell for millions of dollars. Rarity, condition, and the silver error make it a dream find for collectors worldwide. To spot these, you'll want to look for quarters with no mint mark, indicating Philadelphia, weigh it and confirm it's silver if it reads 6.25 grams. So, how can you confirm it's silver? Use a digital scale to measure the weight or get it verified by a professional coin grader. Also, be cautious of counterfeit coins. A genuine 1965 silver quarter has unique wear patterns and details that a trained eye can spot. So, are you ready to check your spare change? Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a 1965 quarter And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest rare coin discoveries. Who knows? Maybe your next coin hunt will reveal a hidden treasure worth millions. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. We're diving deep into a coin that may just be hiding in your pocket change, the 2000p Washington quarter. This ordinary-looking coin could be worth big bucks, and some of these quarters are valued in the thousands, maybe even millions in special cases. Let's find out why. First, let's get a bit of history on this quarter. In 2000, the U.S. Mint continued its popular state quarters program, a series that began in 1999, which honored each of the 50 states with unique designs. This program sparked a massive interest in coin collecting, and billions of quarters were minted to meet the demand. The 2000p quarters, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, carried the designs for Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. Each quarter features a P mint mark on the obverse side under Washington's portrait. Now, here's where it gets exciting. While most 2000p quarters are only worth their face value, certain varieties and rare errors have shown up over the years, making some of these coins incredibly valuable. One error, the double die, shows doubled images on the design. These errors can fetch hundreds or even thousands if they're in mint condition. Another rare and valuable type is the off-center strike. When the planchet is not properly aligned with the die, you get a striking error, and the quarter design is off-center. These errors are rare and add considerable value, especially if they're dramatic. Now let's talk big numbers. Some 2000p quarters could be worth thousands, even millions under specific conditions. While the million-dollar quarter may sound unbelievable, certain quarters in uncirculated, mint-perfect condition, or with an extremely rare error can indeed skyrocket in value if collectors are willing to pay a premium. Quarters graded by PCGS or NGC at high grades like MS68 or above have set records at auctions. The combination of high grade and rarity can make these coins a collector's dream, raising the stakes for those who discover a gem in their change. So, what should you look for if you want to find a valuable 2000p quarter? First, inspect for any visible errors, like doubling or off-center strikes. Next, consider the coin's condition. Coins in brilliant uncirculated condition with no wear will naturally have more value. If you believe your coin is in exceptional shape, consider getting it graded by a professional service. And don't forget the little details. The P mint mark must be on the obverse side, and any unusual features should be closely examined, as they could signal a rare mint error. Finding a rare, high-value 2000p quarter might take some hunting, but that's part of the thrill. Regularly check your change and keep an eye on your collections. Remember, the true value comes down to rarity, condition, and market demand. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2000p Washington quarter and why it could be worth thousands, or even millions in rare cases. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin treasures. See you in the next video, and happy collecting! We're diving into a fascinating topic, the 1971 D Mint Mark Washington quarter. Not only will we cover the history behind this coin, but we'll also look into why some coins from this era can fetch incredible prices, sometimes even millions of dollars. Let's see what makes these quarters so interesting. The 1971 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint and marked a significant era in U.S. coinage. This coin was made of a copper-nickel blend, which had become the standard after 1965, replacing the 90% silver composition of previous quarters. The switch happened to reduce costs as silver became more valuable. Coins like the 1971 D Washington quarter represent a post-silver era for the U.S. Mint, and this has made some earlier coins especially rare and valuable. While the 1971 D quarter was produced in large numbers, there are still ways it can become highly collectible, particularly in rare error varieties. So, how can a 1971 D Washington quarter be worth more than just a quarter? Error coins are one of the biggest reasons. Errors can include things like double strikes, misalignments, or other oddities that happen during the minting process. The most sought-after ones can drive the value of the coin up significantly. Coins with a double die error or off-center strike can attract a lot of attention. Rare error quarters from this year have been known to reach tens of thousands of dollars at auction. And in cases where an error is particularly unusual or rare, it's possible for the price to climb even higher. Condition and grading also play a huge role in determining a coin's value. For example, if a 1971 D quarter is in mint state or even higher, its value will be much higher than a coin that shows signs of wear. Grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins on a scale up to MS 70, with higher grades indicating better condition. If you happen to find a 1971 D quarter that is graded MS 66 or above and it has an error, you're in for a valuable find. Coins in pristine condition, especially if they're rare, can fetch remarkable prices at auctions. While it's rare to find a 1971 D quarter reaching into the millions, some Washington quarters, particularly from error batches or with other unique characteristics, have sold for hundreds of thousands and even in the $1,000,000 range. This makes collectors and enthusiasts wonder, could there be a hidden gem out there that's worth a fortune? The record prices often come from rare error coins, coins with unique minting quirks, or even specific historical significance. So, while a 1971 D quarter might not always reach those heights, finding the right one could still be worth a lot. So, if you have a 1971 D Washington quarter, especially in great condition, don't overlook it. Take a closer look. Maybe even have it graded, and who knows, it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. If you're curious about the value of your coin, a professional grading service is your best bet. And keep an eye out for those unique errors or high grades. They're what can really make these coins shine. We're diving into a coin that might just surprise you with its story and possible value, the 2005 D Mint Mark Quarter Dollar. This is a fascinating coin with a unique place in American history, and you'll want to stick around to learn about its potential worth, because some collectors have valued these coins at millions. The 2005 quarter is part of the widely loved State Quarters program, a series launched by the U.S. Mint from 1999 to 2008. Each year, the Mint released 5 new designs, each representing one of the 50 states, which made these quarters wildly popular with both seasoned and new collectors. By 2005, we were in the 7th year of the series, with quarters featuring states like California, Minnesota, Oregon, Kansas, and West Virginia. One of the things that make the 2005 D Mint Mark quarters unique is their special designs, like the Kansas State Quarter, featuring a bison and a sunflower, both of which are iconic symbols of Kansas. The D Mint mark on these coins means they were produced at the Denver Mint, one of the key locations for U.S. coin production. The designs are not only symbolic but also detailed and collectible, which has helped these quarters gain significant value over time. Now, let's get to the part everyone wants to know. Can a 2005 D Mint Mark quarter actually be worth millions? The answer is yes, but only under certain circumstances. For starters, the rarity of a coin greatly impacts its value. While millions of 2005 quarters were minted, only a few have rare minting errors. These could include misstrikes, double dies, or unusual finishes that set them apart from typical coins. One of the key error types that could elevate a 2005 D quarter's value is the double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled. Another is the struck-through error, which occurs when foreign material, like a piece of cloth or debris, ends up pressed into the coin during minting. If you find a 2005 D quarter with these types of errors in great condition, you might just be holding a valuable piece. To identify a high-value 2005 D quarter, start by examining the coin's condition. Coins in mint state or proof-like condition, meaning they appear almost untouched, are especially sought after. Check under a magnifying glass or microscope to spot any unusual features or errors. And if you find something unique, consider having it graded by a professional grading service. Collectors have been known to pay thousands, even millions, for rare coins with significant mint errors. While not every 2005 D quarter will reach these heights, a particularly rare example could go for an impressive amount at auction. In recent years, we've seen certain state quarters with mint errors fetching high prices, showing that there's demand out there. If you think your 2005 D quarter might be worth something, take it to an experienced coin dealer, or submit it to a major auction house for appraisal. Platforms like Heritage Auctions and eBay can also be good places to list rare coins, as collectors often search these for special finds. So, there you have it, the story of the 2005 D Mint Mark quarter and how it could be worth a fortune. Remember, the value of these coins depends on rarity, condition, and unique errors, so be sure to check your quarters closely. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1998 D Washington $quarter coin, a coin that could be worth an astonishing amount. Let's explore its history, unique features, and the factors that could make it incredibly valuable. The Washington Quarter series began back in 1932, celebrating the 200th birthday of George Washington. Since then, this iconic coin has undergone numerous design updates, but one thing that remained consistent in the 90s was its classic look, until 1998. 1998 marked the final year before the launch of the famous 50-state quarter series. Coins minted in this year, especially those from the Denver Mint with the D mark, have become fascinating collectibles over time. Now, let's take a closer look. The 1998 D quarter bears the classic Washington profile on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse, but the Denver Mint's signature D at the lower right signifies it was produced in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint struck millions of these quarters, yet certain unique errors or pristine conditions can make specific coins incredibly valuable. So, what exactly makes a 1998 D quarter worth thousands or even millions? One factor is the coin's condition. A 1998 D quarter in a near-perfect, mint-state condition, graded MS68 or higher, could fetch a premium price. Coin grading is essential in determining value, as even minor scratches or blemishes can drastically reduce the coin's worth. But there's something else: error coins. Some 1998 D quarters were struck with unique minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These rare minting quirks make them one of a kind, driving their value even higher among collectors. To find out if your 1998 D quarter is a rare treasure, start by carefully inspecting it. Look for any unusual features, especially around the lettering and Washington's profile. If you spot a doubling effect, strange textures, or noticeable misalignments, you may have found an error coin worth examining further. And if you think you've got something special, consider having it professionally graded. Services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, providing the certification needed to attract serious collectors. In recent years, 1998 D quarters with top grades or rare errors have captured significant interest at auctions. Some of these coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. While millions of these quarters were minted, only a handful have qualities that make them extremely valuable. As the demand for rare quarters continues to grow, the potential value of a unique 1998 D quarter could reach unprecedented levels, possibly even hitting the $1 million mark if the right conditions are met. So, there you have it, the 1998 D quarter dollar coin, an ordinary coin with extraordinary potential. Who knows? That humble quarter in your change jar could be a life-changing find. Be sure to check your quarters carefully, and who knows? You might just strike it rich. We're diving into the fascinating story behind a 21st century classic, the 2001 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin. Many of these coins are out there, but a select few have become the ultimate treasures, valued at, yes, you heard it, millions of dollars. Let's uncover what makes this specific coin so valuable, its unique history, and exactly what you should look for in your own collection. First, let's talk a bit of history. The 2001 P Mint Mark quarter was part of the 50 States Quarters program, one of the most ambitious and popular coin programs ever introduced by the U.S. Mint. It was launched in 1999 and ran until 2008, celebrating every U.S. state with unique designs. In 2001, we saw quarters honoring states like New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Each one carried the Philadelphia Mint's P Mint mark. But the story doesn't end there. Most of these quarters are worth face value, but there are rare exceptions. A few 2001 quarters have been discovered with unique errors or conditions that make them extremely valuable to collectors. It's all in the details, and today, some of these specific coins are valued at hundreds, thousands, or even millions due to their rarity and the quality of their preservation. Coins that can fetch such high prices typically fall into two categories: high-grade coins and error coins. High-grade quarters from 2001, those that have managed to remain in near-perfect condition, are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Quarters graded MS-68 or MS-69, nearly flawless, are extremely rare and can be valued at incredible prices. For the 2001p, these high-grade coins are particularly sought after. Then we have error coins. Some 2001p quarters have rare errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies. For example, a quarter with a visible double die on Washington's face or along the state outline is highly collectible. These types of errors are rare because the U.S. Mint typically catches them before the coins are released. But the few that do slip through become highly valuable. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable quarters? Start by looking closely at the coin's details. Look for any doubling on the lettering, Washington's portrait, or the state design. And if you notice any off-center strikes, make sure you don't just toss it back into your pocket change. Error coins, especially those that are well-preserved, can be worth a small fortune. To give you an idea of how valuable these coins can be, some high-grade 2001p quarters and error coins have fetched up to millions of dollars in rare cases at auction. These sales are often driven by collectors willing to pay a premium for coins that are in exceptional condition or have unique, one-of-a-kind mint errors. So if you think you might have one, it could be worth having it professionally graded. In summary, if you have a 2001p mint mark quarter dollar, take a closer look, check for any mint errors, and consider the condition. Who knows? You might just have $1 million coin in your pocket or piggy bank. We're unlocking the secrets behind an incredible find: the 1981 Philadelphia Mint mark quarter dollar. Believe it or not, this coin could be worth more than you think, potentially even millions. The 1981 quarter was minted in Philadelphia during a time when coin collecting was experiencing a surge in popularity. Part of the Washington Quarter series, this coin was made as a tribute to George Washington. Like most quarters minted between 1965 and 1998, it was struck without any silver content and instead made from a blend of copper and nickel. However, what makes this coin so unique? At first glance, this 1981p quarter looks pretty standard. It doesn't contain precious metals, and millions were produced. So what's the story? Let's take a look at what sets certain 1981 quarters apart and makes them worth a fortune. Rare qualities and errors make coins like this stand out. In the world of numismatics, certain features can transform an everyday coin into a collector's dream. For 1981p quarters, the eye-catching detail lies in unique errors and condition qualities. There are known misstrikes or planchet errors, where the coin is improperly centered or shows a double die error on the date or lettering. These errors are incredibly rare and drive the value of the coin through the roof. One of the key factors in a coin's value is its condition. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they've never been in public hands, hold a significantly higher value. To assess this, grading services like the PCGS or NGC rate coins on a scale up to 70. For example, a 1981p quarter graded MS-68 or higher could easily fetch thousands, even without errors. But when a high-grade coin also has one of those rare errors, like a doubling effect or a minting mistake, its value can skyrocket to the millions. Here's where it gets even more exciting. Rare and error coins from 1981 have recently grabbed high bids at auctions, with some selling in the high six-figure range. Experts say that coins in perfect condition or those with noticeable errors could bring even more. Demand is high among collectors for coins that are rare but also in great shape. If you find one of these rare coins in your collection, make sure to get it graded. The right grade can change everything. So, if you're searching for a 1981p quarter in your collection, here's what to look for: high quality with minimal wear, errors like double dies or misstrikes, and unique features like unusual thickness or rim errors. Keep a magnifying glass handy and check every detail closely. Finding a 1981p quarter worth millions isn't easy, but it's definitely possible. With coin collecting, a little patience and knowledge go a long way. And who knows, Maybe your next pocket change could hold the key to a huge payday. Thanks for joining us today, coin enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this video and want more on rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Comment below if you've ever come across a rare quarter, and let us know what other coins you'd like us to cover. We're diving into the fascinating history and surprising value of the 1991 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that many people overlook in their spare change. But this coin has some unique traits that can make it worth way more than 25 cents, and possibly even millions of dollars. Let's explore why. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, when it was first introduced to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Fast forward to 1991, and we have a quarter that saw significant changes, including a unique design and quality control measures that set it apart from earlier years. Now, let's talk about the P Mint mark. You'll find it right on the obverse side, under the "In God We Trust" inscription. The P tells us this quarter was minted in Philadelphia. But not all 1991 P quarters are created equal, and some are worth way more than pocket change. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters. However, due to unique minting errors and differences in coin quality, some of these coins have become incredibly rare finds. Coins with pristine, uncirculated conditions, or those that have certain errors, can fetch astonishing prices. Condition is king when it comes to these quarters. Coins graded MS-67 or higher can command premium prices, with some auctions seeing prices climb into the thousands. And for error coins, it gets even better. Let's talk about the types of errors that can make a 1991 P Washington quarter skyrocket in value. Error coins are hot commodities for collectors. With the 1991 P quarter, errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on a misaligned planchet can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Some of these error coins have sold for thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions. If you find one in top condition, who knows, you might even hit the $1 million mark. One coin in particular, a 1991 P quarter in pristine, gem-like quality with a rare error, sold for an eye-watering amount at auction. Coins like this are what every collector dreams of finding, hidden in plain sight. So, what should you do if you have a 1991 P quarter? First, check its condition. If it's shiny, uncirculated, and free of wear, it might be worth grading. Second, look for any unusual features, like doubling, misalignment, or off-center strikes. These rare errors can multiply the coin's value exponentially. Inspecting coins can be a lot of fun, but if you think you've found a valuable 1991 P quarter, it's worth consulting an expert or having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading can reveal just how much treasure you've got. We're diving into the fascinating history of a coin that's taking the collecting world by storm. We're talking about the 2020 Denver Mint quarter dollar, a coin with a unique story. And yes, it's rumored to be worth millions of dollars. The 2020 D quarter dollar is part of the America the Beautiful series, which concluded in 2021. This coin is special not just because it represents one of the last designs in the series, but because some specific 2020 quarters have features that make them incredibly rare and valuable. This series highlights iconic national parks and sites across the United States. The Denver Mint produced a limited run of the 2020 quarters, including designs that showcase places like the Tallgrass Prairie and Marsh-Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park. But what makes this coin different? Now, collectors look for coins that stand out due to low production numbers, errors, or unique finishes. The 2020 D quarter has all of these. Some collectors report that certain coins have distinct die errors, such as double dies or mistruck designs. These errors make them rare, and that scarcity can drive the value sky high. Because of these unique characteristics, the 2020 D quarters with rare errors are grabbing the attention of high-end collectors willing to pay top dollar. Imagine finding one of these rare error coins. It's like hitting the jackpot. In the coin collecting world, rarity and demand go hand in hand. Some collectors believe that these unique 2020 D quarters could easily fetch thousands, even millions of dollars at auction. Why? Because there's a limited supply of high-quality error coins from this series. The D mark confirms it's from Denver. Only those are eligible for this potential value spike. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for double dies, off-center strikes, or other noticeable errors. The highest value comes from coins in pristine condition, so handle them carefully. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the thrill of finding a rare coin is unbeatable. Keep your eye out for 2020 D quarters with unique features or errors. These coins aren't just part of history. They could be a ticket to a valuable investment in your collection. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting with a modern gem, the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter dollar. That's right. A coin you might have in your pocket right now could be worth an absolute fortune. Now, you might be wondering, how could a coin as recent as 2017 be worth millions? Well, the answer lies in its unique history, some surprising minting details, and a rare error that collectors are going wild for. In 2010, the U.S. Mint launched the America the Beautiful Quarters program, celebrating national parks and historic sites across the U.S. This program ran through 2021, and in 2017, the Mint released 5 new designs featuring places like effigy mounds in Iowa and George Rogers Clark National Historical Park in Indiana. The 2017 quarters, like the rest, were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So, what's so special about the 2017 quarters? For the first time in history, the Philadelphia Mint added a P Mint mark on the quarters. Before this, quarters from Philly were released without a mint mark. This subtle addition, marking the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint, instantly made these coins unique. But here's where things get really interesting. Among these 2017 P Mint Mark quarters, there are a few with rare minting errors that make them extremely valuable. Some coins feature double dies, off-center strikes, and even missing details on the design, all due to minting anomalies. These rare error coins can drive up a quarter's value from 25 cents to tens of thousands. And in some cases, collectors speculate their value could reach into the millions over time. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are especially valuable. Coins with a grade of MS65 or higher can fetch a pretty penny. But if you find a rare error coin in top condition, you're looking at a potential treasure worth thousands, if not millions. Want to check if your 2017 P quarter is worth a fortune? Here's what to do. First, examine the coin closely. Look for unusual details, double strikes, or any irregularities. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe will help you spot minor imperfections. If you think you have something special, get it graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the more valuable it could be. So, should you be holding onto your 2017 P quarters? Absolutely. These coins are a symbol of U.S. minting history and could very well appreciate in value. Even if yours doesn't have an error, it's still a unique piece marking a milestone in American coinage. Have any of you come across a 2017 P Mint Mark quarter with an error? Or maybe you have some questions about the grading process. Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And remember, every coin tells a story, so keep searching and collecting.